us the same program, and this year as well. So I think it is better for us to have the info session about this program, so the students and the lecturers they can have enough knowledge and also information about the procedures and also preparation to take a master's degree and also doctoral degree at Sun Moon University. And I heard that Sun Moon provide 100% scholarship for the tuition fee and also monthly living allowance. So to Prof. Lee, okay, time is yours. You may share screen or any information related to the program. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. At first, I would like to share about the first industrial revolution. Maybe it takes 25 minutes, more or less, and I will introduce the master or PhD course. Okay, I will share the slideshow. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Selamat pagi. Nama saya Lee Kyung-oh. I am Lee Kyung-oh, a professor of computer engineering, Sun Moon University, Korea. Today I will talk about the fourth industrial revolution and explain about the master and PhD course of Sun Moon University. Before talking to the first industrial revolution, I would like to review the other industrial revolution. The first industrial revolution occurred from the 18th century to the 19th century in Europe and America. At this time, agrarian rural societies become industrial and urban. Human invented the steam engine and iron and textile industries prospered. But there were some side effects of first industrial revolution. Colonization occurred as a side effect of the first industrial revolution. The developed countries of Europe set out to colonize to supply resources and get manpower. And second industrial revolution occurred during 1870s and 1914, just before World War I. Mass production by steel, oil, and electricity increased the productivity sharply. Telephone, light bulb, photograph, and the internal combustion engine were invented during this time. As a side effect, World War I and II broke out and many people died. Third industrial revolution. The third industrial revolution is digital revolution. Analog mechanical devices transformed to digital technology. Personal computer, the internet, and information and communication technology were invented during this revolution. As a side effect of the third industrial revolution, the gap between the rich and the poor has widened. Although there has been a gap between the rich and poor in the past, the gap has widened during this time. Klaus Schwab announced the notion of the fourth industrial revolution at World Economic Forum in 2016. The first industrial revolution is fusing the physical, digital, and biological worlds. Hyper-connectivity plus super intelligence symbolize the fourth industrial revolution. This revolution, the scope is wider, velocity is faster, and impact is larger. Summarize the industrial revolution. The first industrial revolution occurred by steam-based machines. Second industrial revolution occurred by electronic energy-based mass production, and the third industrial revolution could be made by computer and internet-based knowledge. Fourth industrial revolution, some people say it is extension of the third industrial revolution, but the scope is much, much wider. Velocity is very, very faster, and impact is greatly larger. AI, big data, robotics technology are center of the first industrial revolution. What is a side effect of the fourth industrial revolution? The gap between rich and poor becomes larger. A more serious problem is a lot of jobs are disappearing. This one is very serious problem. In the era of the fourth industrial revolution, we are living in the era of a super connectivity. More than 1.5 billion people are using Facebook this month, more than 45 billion, now more than 60 billion messages are sent daily. In Korea, people use KakaoTalk. In Indonesia, people use WhatsApp and Line. How many messages do you send a day? In my case, it may be hundreds. Young people send thousands of messages a day. In 2013, Edward Joseph Snowden, former NSA worker, revealed USA is spying people through PRISM. It is a surveillance program. This one is humor. I wanted to talk to Obama. That says you are spying us online. Obama replied to the kid, he is not your dad. This means the Obama is spying the kid's family. Seoul is the most connected city in the world. Now people in Seoul are using 99% broadband internet. The internet speed faster than 1 gigabyte per second. Now is on-demand society. We can take taxi by smartphone, Uber, Grab, Kakao Taxi in Korea, expanding the markets. It is very convenient, and we use these on-demand functions more and more every day. Fresh food can also be delivered. In Korea, if you order today, the product you want will arrive at your doorstep tomorrow morning. What a wonderful world. The delivery market is growing under the influence of the COVID-19. The market size is increasing 100% every year since 2019. $10 billion 2019 in Korea. The biggest hotel chain is Intercontinental. This group has 178 hotels with 60,000 rooms all over the world. But there is a bigger group which has more guests than Intercontinental, even though they do not have any single room. This is Airbnb. They do not have any rooms, but they have more than 70 million guests a year. They just make people share the rooms. It is very convenient, and I use Airbnb many times. We say this is a sharing economy. Airbnb provides the platform for the people to share the rooms, and Airbnb make a lot of money from that. Many kinds of platform business could make success recently. Nowadays, e-commerce becomes very large, and the mobile commerce is growing day by day. In my case, I buy 70 to 80% products with my phone. Young people may buy more than 90% of products by smartphone, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic situation. The role of robotics becomes important more and more. There are some high-end robots like this, and this is from Boston Robotics. And there are also very simple robots like the vacuum cleaner. In Korea, some people give this robot vacuum cleaner as a wedding gift. The price is just $400 to $600. For the long time, humans used tools from rural primitive tools to wearable technology tools. There are many kinds of wearable devices. We use the wearable devices to virtual reality for entertainments and games. Now we use augmented reality technology than virtual reality in Korea, especially in education area to educate engineering, to educate some medical surgery. Augmented reality technology is very effective. Metaverse is a hot issue in Korea. Metaverse refers to multiple universes created by man with digital technologies to transcend the real world. We can use metaverse technology to play games or participate in musical performance. Rather than just one person participating in the virtual world, several people can participate together and do something collectively, which make it more fun. So many young people like metaverse. This year, one of famous singing group, BTS, held a metaverse concert, and a lot of young people enjoyed this concert in the metaverse world. Like this. Google contact lens, glucose, was a smart contact lens project announced by Google on 16 January 2014. The project aimed to assist people with diabetes by constantly measuring the glucose levels in their peers. MC10 have developed flexible electronic circuits that stick direct to the skin like temporary tattoos and monitor the wearer's health. The biostem is a thin electronic mesh that scratches with the skin and monitors temperature, hydration, and stain. Biostem can not only monitor the health condition, but also replace all the IDs. We may not need driver's license or passport at all in the future. A digestible sensor is a sensor that transmits the information from the patient to the medical professionals. An indigestible sensor embedded in the pill is able to record the medication was taken, sending signals to a wearable patch, then that transmits the data to a mobile application. If a patient swallows the sensor, then it goes into the body and detects some medical data and transmits the data to some outside device. And 3D printing. A lot of products can be made by 3D printing. We can make a gun or a bike, which can operate in gear with 3D printers. 3D printing make it possible develop the products in very short period. Big data is a field that treats ways to analyze systematically extract information from or otherwise deal with data sets that are too large or complex to be dealt with by traditional data processing application software. Huge amount of data is produced every day. Customer data, purchase data, social data, connected data, etc. If we analyze the big data well, we can produce some valuable information from it. Artificial intelligence involves using computers to do things that traditionally require human intelligence. This means creating algorithms to classify, analyze, draw predictions from data. It also involves acting on data, learning from new data, and improving over time. AI can be used in many ways. We can use AI for smart drones. We can also use AI for autonomous driving. My car is Hyundai Genesis, and it has autonomous driving functions. It is very convenient when I drive, especially on the highway. We are using smart buildings technology, one of the IoT. We can control our home condition by smartphone outside. The Internet of Things describes physical objects or groups of such objects that are embedded with sensors, processing ability, software, and other technologies, and that connect and exchange data with other devices and system of the internet or other communication functions. In the future, almost everything is connected to internet. There are many huge global companies here, but many of them were bankrupt or the owners changed. Kodak, BlackBerry, Britannica. When I was young, only little students had the encyclopedia. If he or she had Britannica encyclopedia, it means his or her family is very rich. But very little people use paper encyclopedia now. We can use smartphones or PCs to find some information. This big corporation disappears because they could not adapt to the change of time. Kodak was a top 5 company 30 years ago. The brand power of Kodak is stronger than Coca-Cola, but Kodak disappeared with the passage of time. Actually, they invented digital camera technology in 1995, but they worry people do not use Kodak film anymore. Smartphones have a very high quality camera inside or digital camera appeared with a reasonable price today. So only special people use the analog film. Kodak did not adapt to the times and disappeared. The single biggest reason companies fail and disappear is they overinvest in what is the past and the present, as opposed to what might be. They did not invest for the future. They just stuck to the past and present. To survive in the modern society, companies need hybrid thinking. They have to deal with what is and discover what might be. In 2001, the biggest company in the world was GE, automotive company. In 2011, Exxon Oil company is the biggest company in the world. But now the top 5 companies are IT software companies. We call them big tech companies. Okay, this is some cartoon. The first industrial revolution, a lot of jobs disappear. Oliver talks to the professor. Oh, what? Haven't you heard? The industrial revolution is over. We won. We may not need the professor who teaches only simple knowledge to students. Okay, 83% of US low-wage jobs will be automated. And 66 million jobs affecting 62 of American workers. Should we sound the alarm of panic and call Sarah Connor? What? I will lose my job soon? Many of us will lose our jobs. Then we have to destroy AI technology and burn the robots. We have to call Sarah Connor, Terminator series. Probably not. We should keep calm, embrace this industrial revolution, and prepare our workforce for it. Education, as we know it, is obsolete. It still acts as a gateway to knowledge that is no longer needed with the rise of internet. We do not need the education for simple delivery knowledge to students anymore. We can easily find information or solution on the internet. One of the most important role of school education is for preparing future jobs. But a lot of jobs will disappear and new jobs will appear. Then what should we educate for students? When I heard the AlphaGo was playing Go against a professional player, I had no doubts that the human player win the game. But as you know, AlphaGo won against the best human player in the world. It was a big shock to me. So how we can apply this to better prepare our future workforce? Three important skills to be successful: complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity. In the era of fourth industrial revolution, we have to educate students these three important skills. Okay, using a project-based peer running approach to teach problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity. Students have no formal teacher, no lecture, and learn by practicing. This will permit them to better adapt and acquire new skills, even after graduation. In many countries, so maybe Israel and UK, USA, Finland, IT, especially coding, is a compulsory subject. In Korea, we educate how to code program from elementary school since 2018. Korea is one of the advanced countries preparing the era of the first industrial revolution. Here are many professors and maybe students. We have to think and prepare what we should do for the new education. Some thoughts on Korea. It's 1960, South Korea. After Korean War, Korea was the poorest country in the world. This is Seoul in 1960. But it has changed like this. Korea becomes one of the rich countries in the world. Korea is a very small country. We do not have any natural resources, and our land is so small. But how we could make this success? Like this. But it has changed like this. This is Seoul. Korea becomes one of the rich countries in the world. Okay. Okay. Actually, this is a GDP ranking. Now, South Korea is 12 in the world. And IMF reports the rate of economic growth of Korea as number one among top 12 countries in 2020. IMF reports the GDP of Korea in 2020 is number 10 in the world. Monarchical England reports the soft power of Korea, the second in the world. This entertainment area. UN reports the digital government index of Korea is number one in the world. WEF reports the travel and tourism competitiveness index of Korea is number one in the world. What could make this miracle? I think education. Education made this miracle possible. For your country, the people here are very important to develop your country as a top level country in the world. I do not know exactly what is the best way to educate young students. but we have to struggle to find the solution together. Direction of change, realization of artificial intelligence, better than human, maybe in 2050, logistics in robotization, automation, and 5G requires ecosystem price to be down and platformization. At the beginning of 2019, COVID-19 was strongly. A lot of people were infected and died. 229 million people were infected till this May. COVID-19 pandemic totally changed our society. I want to go to Indonesia. I miss Indonesia, but I cannot. Many people do not go to office but work at home. The delivery industry expanded further. Many restaurants introduced the automatic teller machine to handle the self-order, distance learning, or online education in many countries. And one more important issue is aging society. If more than if more than 20% of total population is above 65, the society is a super aged society. Now Korea, 15% of people are above 65, and the speed of aging is very fast. In 2014, 34% of people in Korea is above 65. We have to deal with this problem too. Are you ready to adapt to change? Okay, I will introduce about master and PhD course students for full scholarship. Basically, there are many majors, but for the full scholarship, bio big data convergence major and biotechnology major, marine biomaterials and computer science and robotics major. Some professors has project now. It can be private project or government project. So they need some people who work very hard and intelligent. Okay, requirements of students. Effective communication skills are important. Reading, speaking, and writing. Actually, papers, writing journal paper is very important. In English, should be no problem. Promptness and positive attitude are highly required. Passion for solving a given problem is essential. A scientific and engineering mindset is fundamental. There are many program languages, not only Python and C, Java, Unity, MATLAB. You should be good at some kind of program languages if you want to study IT-related majors. And of course, university graduate for master degree and master degree holder for a PhD degree. And English language requirement above IELTS 5.5. Actually, before the entrance of the graduate course. Actually, 5.5 is not so high, but as I told you, you should be good at English in writing and speaking and communication. And born after maybe 1995, less than age 26 for master degree, and 1993, less than age 28 for PhD degree. And support and process. Scholarship, 100% tuition fee and living cost support, about $700 to $1,200 a month. Of course, there are some kind of initial costs. If you arrive in Korea, you have to quarantine, the isolation, 2 weeks. Now it's 10 days. Maybe next year it can disappear, but till now we have quarantine, isolation. So you have to pay the isolation fee and maybe airplane and other visa fees. So at first you may some kind of initial cost, but after that you may not need anything because Someone University support 100% tuition fee if you the join some kind of professor's project, and the professor will support the living cost. I think it depends on the lifestyle, but maybe $500 is enough for 1 month living. You stay at dormitory only, and maybe you eat only cafeteria food, maybe $500 is enough. But there can be some other case you may go out to watch a movie or something. So basically, it depends on the project and it depends on the professors. But basically, we support $700. And if you prove your ability and you are very sincere to join the project, maybe professors can support more. And obligation, the students should help the professor's project sincerely. It's very important. Uh, uh, so they support money to you and publish some international journal papers, especially SCCI. If you are smart and sincerely join the project, you can write the SCCI journal paper because the project a very advanced area. So if you are doing well in the project, you can get some fund from professors and you can write journal papers. The application due date is end of October for March semester and end of April for August semester, 2 times a year. Okay, so there is no special format, but by email, at first you send an email to me, the CV and transcript, portfolio, etc. But as detailed as possible. And online interview with the professor, me or with other professors. Candidates may have to carry out some kind of small homework or small project, or they have to read some journal papers and summarize important idea given by someone university. Candidates should submit the result in a period. But to be frank with you, some professors are very satisfied with Indonesian students, but some professors are very disappointed with Indonesian students. It means some students are doing very well, but some students actually not. Before, we just accept students, just review the documents, but maybe we fail to select some good students, so we will interview or we can give some kind of homework or papers. Of course, after graduation, you may get jobs in Korea. You know, the salary is very high. And if we are good at Korean, it is much easy because we are in IT area or robotics area, very high-tech area. So it is very good to get jobs in Korea. Maybe you can come back to Indonesia or maybe other countries and getting job from international companies. And actually, I have a school email and Gmail, but there are too many spam mails to my school email, so you had better send email to my Gmail. Okay, terima kasih. Thank you.
Okay, Prof. Lee, thank you for the presentation. Okay, so for the participants, so if you have any questions, so please raise your hand, or if you would like to write your questions in the chat box, it's also okay. Okay, Prof. Lee. So I would like to ask questions. I think The first one is about the stay. I mean, like, if for master's degree and also doctoral degree, so they will live in Salmon University's dormitory.
You mean they should stay at Salmon University?
Yes, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Salmon has a dormitory, right?
Yeah, we have dormitory for international students.
For
So
international.
actually, they can stay at dormitory, or they can live outside.
Oh, they
But
can live.
yeah. Around Salmon University, there are many private houses. But if for one person rent house, of course, it is very expensive. But we say one room. It has one room and kitchen and toilet. And if maybe three people share the one room apartment, small one, then maybe it's cheaper. Then you can cook and something. But if one person rent house, it is more expensive. So you can stay at dormitory. Maybe you can rent a room outside Salmon University. It's possible.
Okay, I see. So, do you know probably how much is the cost for renting the house also, or living in the Salmon's dormitory per month or per semester is okay?
Okay. I think how many people share the rooms. It depends on that. But okay, how much in dollar? Maybe
Estimated
$120 for 1 month for dormitory.
100. Okay, $120. Yeah, for per month. Yeah,
for 1 month.
for 1 month. Okay.
4 months. But of course, you have to eat lunch or breakfast or dinner. I think okay, maybe $10 to $15 a day. Maybe if you stay at school only, maybe $10.
$10. Yeah.
$10 a day.
Okay, because at campus Salmo University has a canteen, right?
Right, that's true.
Yeah. I ever visited Salmon University when
Okay.
UIB has we visited 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
I ever visited Salmon. Okay, so we have one question from Miss Mia from Unbra. Hello, Prof. Ali. Oh, I'm Mia from Baitur Rahma University in West Sumatra, Indonesia. So she is an economics lecturer, and she was graduated in Master Economics and Management, and she loves Korea, and she loved to see Korean drama. So she would like to ask about can she join the doctoral program while her education background is economics, or do you have any information about doctoral degree in economics department?
Okay. I think you have pay some tuition fee, and you have to handle the living cost by yourself. Maybe 70% of tuition fee is waived. So it means you only pay 30% of tuition fee, but of course, it is very hard to get some kind of project in economics related area. So it means you have to handle all the costs by yourself. Okay, just 30%, maybe 70% of tuition fee is the scholarship, but you have to pay 30% and you have to handle the living cost by yourself. It's possible, but maybe it requires a lot of costs.
Okay, I see. So it means that for the economics faculty, they don't provide many scholarships like what in your department gave, right? Because your professors have many projects.
That's
right?
True.
Okay. Okay, so related to that project, Prof. So it means that the students are obliged to conduct the projects by the professors. So in other words, so they will give the monthly allowance from the projects, or it's another part. I mean, like the students already get the living allowance, and if they join the projects, they will get like another fee, or it's already included in the living allowance, Prof.
I think almost same. So actually, students are students. They cannot do a lot of things one time, but professors actually anticipate how much work student can do and how much research they can do. So if they try their best, maybe professor give a little more money, but maybe almost same. It's a student, not a company worker.
I see. Okay, thank you, Prof. So we have two questions in the chat box, so you can see. So from the first one is from Mr. Abu Bakar. So, hi, Professor Lee. I'm Abu. I've graduated a PhD program in biotechnology. And may I know if there is any fellowship program or research collaboration with your department?
Actually, I'm IT professor. Maybe I can check the bio department or bio professors about the research collaboration. So maybe you can send me some kind of proposal for the collaboration. Then I can deliver that to some professors. Maybe they review that document. Maybe they can want to collaborate, or maybe not. I'm not sure.
Okay, Prof. Or Mr. Abu Bakar, do you want to add more questions? You can unmute your microphone if you have more questions.
Thank you very
Yes.
much, moderator.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Professor Lee. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry I have just joined this Zoom meeting because I have to pray first. In Indonesia, we have to pray for 5 times daily for Muslim. Professor Lee, actually, I have interest to continue my research. Yes, and you say that I must to make the proposal first and then send you the email about the proposal. Maybe I will contact you after this meeting, and then maybe I think my research is not too 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 far from my patients, and then I have also the experience in publishing in SCI journal. I have 5 SCI journal, and then I think it can be my propose for the professors in Sanbun University. Thank you very much, Professor Lee.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, so this is already Professor Lee already showed his email. So maybe Mr. Abu can contact Prof. Lee later, and then I think Prof. Lee can help you to connect with the biotechnology department or having an online meeting later. Okay. Good luck for the research, Pak. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Next, we have another question from Mr. Satrio Restu. So in the chat box, good evening, Prof. Lee. I'm Satrio. I have one question. My master's background is in agriculture, especially in plant pathology. Is there any chance to continue a doctoral degree at your department?
To be frank with you, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. Is you have much knowledge in bio area, I'm not sure. So you may send a CV and other portfolio or something. Then maybe professor may consider you as a maybe doctoral course or master course. It depends on professors because there are many candidates who apply this program. So if you are good and smart and have ability, maybe professor can choose you, but I'm not sure. Especially your background is agriculture, so I don't know. It has much relationship with bio related. Okay.
Okay, Prof. Or okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Already clear, yeah, Mr. Satrio. Okay. So maybe for Mr. Satrio, so you can what is it? You can write your CV. Maybe the professors in biotechnology. Yeah, I think the most like the nearest department for the agriculture. Okay. Are there any questions from the participants about the what is it, the opportunity for master's degree and also doctorate degree at San Moon University? So the class is fully in English, right, Prof?
Right.
Okay, and for the so there will be course based or research based or course and research for the master's and doctorate degree at San Moon University.
Actually, for the master course and PhD course, the classes are not so important. Actually, research is more important. So you have to do many things by yourself. You should find some recent journals and research topics, and you have conduct experiments with the advice of professors. So you have to join the classes, but the research is more important in master or PhD course.
I see. Okay. Okay. Another question from Miss Erna Nurmawati in the chat box. So good evening, Prof. Lee. I'm Erna from Jakarta. My master degree was informatics. I'm interested with the program that you shared. Unfortunately, her age is over 35 years old because if I'm not mistaken, it should be less than 28, right, in the requirements. Which is not qualifies with the requirements for the university funding. So if I want to apply with other scholarship, is there any opportunity for her to register and follow all of this selection process and get the letter of acceptance?
Actually, you may try if you have much ability in research or something. If you can prove yourself to some professors, maybe the professor may accept you. But of course, professors prefer young students, but it depends on cases. Basically, yeah, we prefer young students, but yeah, there is some possibility.
Okay, Prof. So the age is because the preferences of the professors, yeah. But if Miss Erna has what is it? Has good competencies and has a good CV, maybe the professors can consider her application. Okay, so for Miss Erna, maybe you can try to apply, and who knows that the professor is interested with your research and also CV. Okay, thank you, Miss Erna, for the questions. Are there questions from the participants about master's degree and doctoral degree in what is it, in San Moon? Actually, for the age, Prof, for Indonesian, usually for doctoral degree, it is quite, what is it? Is it just very few, that's it, just very few persons who will continue their doctoral degree like in their age, like less than 28, because usually they will start their like their job first, their experience as a lecturer first, because there will be more scholarships if we are lecturers, right? Especially from Indonesian government. So usually they will start their their professions as a lecturer, like for yeah, it depends. So that's why most of most of Indonesians, they will start probably like mostly over 28 years old for the doctoral degree. But for master's degree, it's already usual. So like after we graduate from bachelor degree, so we will directly continue to master's degree. But for doctoral degree, usually we need, because we are lecturers, so we would like to continue. If we are not lecturers, mostly Indonesians will not continue their study to doctoral degree. That one is the reasons roughly.
Okay. And one more thing. Basically, it needs 2 years for master degree.
Mm-hmm.
If you are smart, then generally you can get master degree in 2 years. And PhD degree, you can get a PhD degree in 3 years. And there is some combined course, master and PhD course together. Maybe 3.5 years or 4 years. Maybe 4 years, you can get master degree and a doctor's degree together.
Yes, I see. But like it's uncommon in Indonesia for that kind of thing. Maybe in Korea, yeah, it's already a usual thing, right? But for Indonesians, sometimes, yeah, well, from my experiences, like bachelor to master degree is common, but from master degree directly to doctor degree, I think it's very few, because usually who will continue to doctorate degree is lecturers, right? And usually after they graduate from master's degree, and then they will be the lecturer first, and after that they will apply for the doctoral degree. Maybe it can be one of the considerations for Sanmun University if they want to offer this program, like especially for the doctoral degree for the Indonesian, that one. Yeah. The one roughly. Okay, but for master degrees, okay, less than 25 is still reasonable. Okay, so any other questions from the participants about the program? Prof also would like to ask about the scholarship. So, for example, in their first semester, they will get a scholarship, right? And is there any requirements for them that, oh, you can still get the full scholarship if, for example, your GPA is above 4, for example, because in Korea it's until 5, right? Is there any requirements for still get the scholarships?
I think there is some kind of that, but normally, if students join the classes sincerely and project sincerely, no problem. No problem. Generally, yeah, no problem at all to get scholarship. There is some basic, but if students are diligently doing project and study, I think there is no problem.
Okay, I see, Prof. Okay, so are there any questions from the participants? Are there any questions from the participants? So it's already 9 p.m. right in
Yeah,
Korea.
right. In Korea, it's 9 o'clock.
Okay, very sorry, Prof. Lee.
No problem. My pleasure. Actually, I missed UIB. One time I visit UIB, Batam, beautiful city.
So when was the last time you visited UIB?
Maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah.
First time 2014 and 20. Yeah. Okay. I think when we start the collaborations with Sanmun, yeah, the 2+2 program.
Right.
Okay. Oh yeah, also I would like to ask about the quarantine. So so does the students need to pay by themselves for the quarantine? Okay, Prof. Lee.
Mhm.
Okay, so for the quarantine, so do the students need to pay by themselves for the 2 weeks quarantine?
Okay. Actually, we say with Corona society soon, but till now, okay, before it is 2 weeks, okay, isolation or quarantine, but now it's 10 days. Maybe next year, maybe, I don't know, 1 week, or I'm not sure, but they have to pay the fee by themselves.
I see. So then they will stay in Sun Moon's dormitory, or they need to like stay in a hotel?
Okay, maybe if they are rich, they can choose hotels, but it's very expensive outside. So inside dormitory, yeah, they can do that. It's much cheaper, maybe $700 before, but outside it is more than I think 1,000 $1,000.
Okay.
700 to one, more than one, maybe $1,200 outside.
Quite expensive.
In hotels, expensive.
In hotel expensive. Yeah, okay. And also for the test, right? For the what is it?
Yeah,
For
sure.
the
PCR
COVID test,
test. Yeah,
PCR test,
PCR
that
test.
they
They
also
need
need
that.
to pay by themselves. Okay, I see. Okay. Are there more any questions from the participants about the opportunity to what is it, to continue master's degree and doctorate degree at Sun Moon University? So, but how is the COVID-19 situation in Korea now, Prof?
Maybe yesterday 3,000 people, yeah, got corona. So we are trying with corona, with corona. So we open restaurants and something. So the number is increasing, but we cannot stop everything. Maybe uh, they will die, because they cannot get money. So not by COVID. So we cannot close everything all the time. So we open step by step. So, but I think Korea is controlling COVID situation well compared to other countries, especially European countries, uh, because we are wearing masks very well and we follow government rules well. So better, but still, yeah, there are uh, many COVID patients.
I see. Okay. But for the learning process in Sun Moon University, so is it still online or it's already face-to-face classes?
We say offline class. Actually, about 3 weeks ago, we started offline class, face-to-face class now. So we worried, oh, there can be some COVID people, but till now, I think there is no people get COVID because we wear masks at the classrooms. So if everyone wear masks well and keep the rule, then I think that is okay.
I see. Okay, so it means that next year, for those who applied for this program, so it will be offline classes, yeah, Prof,
I
yeah.
think so. I think so.
Yes. Okay, but we hope that there will be like there will be no other waves of COVID-19, right? Because like second wave, third wave, fourth wave in each country. Okay, okay. I think there is no more questions from the participants, but I'm surely will share this to the lectures of UIB and also with the YouTube link and also your email in case they have questions about the program. Oh, my last question, Prof. Where can we find the information about the master's degree and also doctorate degree on your website? Is there any website? Maybe you can share the website.
Okay. There is one website, but it has only general information. I think the scholarship or fund from professors sometimes more important, but it's not general. So Someone University has a homepage for the graduate course, but it has only general information. But maybe I can share the homepage.
Okay. Yes, Prof. Thank you. And also for the participants, please kindly to fill in the attendance list. Ya, silakan untuk mengisi daftar hadir untuk sertifikat peserta. And also from Prof, about the proposal, the research, the thesis proposal, right? And also the dissertation proposal for the doctorate degree program. So for example, is it okay if the participants from UIB and also our partners, if they're interested and they would like to consult first the proposal to you, is it also okay?
Right. Okay. No problem.
Okay. So directly contact your email, right?
Right.
So and also for the supervisor, so it means that Sanmon will find the match the supervisor with the topic that the candidates apply, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. So the students no need to find the supervisors. Okay. It's already clear. Okay. Maybe you can share it in the chat box, Prof, for the general information of the master's degree and also doctorate degree program.
Okay.
Okay, Prof, already, yeah, that one. So for those who are interested, so you may find the information in that website. Okay. So for the participants, I think because there's no more question, or maybe it's also okay, right, Prof, if the participants would like to directly ask you questions, send email to you, and I think it's also possible. Okay, so to all participants, please open your camera because I think there's no more question. I think we can dismiss the info session now. Please, everyone, open your camera. I would like to take a picture. The others, please open your camera, please. Maybe they are shy to open. Okay, so I will count 1, 2, 3. Okay. So thank you so much, Prof. Lee, for spending your time today. It's already 9 p.m. in Korea. So thank you so much, Prof. Lee, and I hope that there will be lecturers or students from UIB and other partner universities who will apply for the program. So you can contact me as well to my email directly if you have any programs that you want to offer. So we are really glad to have it, because in UIB we have also Faculty of Computer Science. Because we have a Faculty of Computer Science, so is it very possible to collaborate with us in research or any other online programs? Okay, Prof, thank you very much for today. Please extend also our regards to your department. Okay, Prof, thank you.
Oke, terima
Yes.
kasih.
Sama-sama, Prof. Ya.
Oke.
See ya, Prof. Take care, stay safe and stay healthy.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye. And also for the participants, untuk peserta jangan lupa untuk mengisi absensi untuk sertifikat.